it's Bree, and as you can tell by the title, unfortunately, I'm back on my bullshit. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know after this story, you guys are going to want to see Bree all the time, every time I upload. I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because I know y'all saw I was just in Vegas and you like, bitch, how do you come back to LA and immediately go to jail? Yeah, follow me on Instagram if you're new here, because I live one hell of a life. Y'all need to go ahead and shop my lashes, Chaotic Good Cosmetics, because if they survived me having multiple breakdowns in jail, they will survive your dick appointment, bitch. The stimmy hit, I don't even want to hear it. You know what? If you click the description box below, I have a code for my website. If you buy one pair of lashes, you will get another pair of lashes for 10% off, okay? Use that code. Use the code in the description box below. I want to start this story off by saying that even though this happened to me, don't get it twisted. I am still on my journey. I am still working on myself. I am not backsliding. Like, whatever slick shit you want to say in the comments below, that's between you and God, because this was just a minor setback for a major comeback. Freddie Gibbs got this one song with Tyler, the Creator. I'll put it up on the screen. And it's basically like, I had to sell crack because now I got something to rap about. You feel what I'm saying? So when dumb shit happens to me, it really is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it gives me something to talk about. It lets me be an inspiration. It allows me to learn about myself with you guys. Because I really want to do a video talking about the truth behind being a YouTuber, because it's kind of like y'all think that because y'all watch me and y'all watch like 30, 40, 20-minute videos, y'all got me all figured out. That shit kind of sucks. Like, it kind of sucks when you sign up to share your journey in life on the internet, because you are automatically going to be held accountable for any mistake that you make. You know what I'm saying? People want to lynch you for any mistake that you make just because you out here trying to chase a dream. That's not what we finna do over here, because over here, we human. We human. I don't care if you're watching me on an iPad, on a TV, on your iPhone. I don't care how you watching me. I'm a human being, baby. And I'm on this journey just like you. The difference is you get to watch me glow up. You get to watch me overcome these hurdles. Y'all should be real cool about that I'm willing to share my journey with y'all, because most people just hop out successful. I have shared dark things on this channel with y'all, and I'm still popping out, got my chains, I'm still looking like money. So if I could do it, you could do it. That's why I don't want to hear no condescending shit in the comments below. I'm still a bad bitch, and I'm still under the glory of God. Like, y'all, first of all, let me just get into the story. But I just know that it's people out there that's like praying for me to have some fuck shit happen in my life, and it's not gonna happen. And even when it do happen, I'm gonna turn it into content. I'm not gonna be on Twitter. I'm not gonna be tweeting about no shit. I'm not gonna be on my Instagram story crying, because that's what girls that don't get no money do. I get money and I gotta keep things sweet. But with that being said, let me tell y'all how I went to jail, because it was my fault. It was my fault. All right? This right here is the reason I went to jail. I got a DUI. I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna tell you. I had just came back from Vegas. When I was in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I got a little taste. I got a little lust for life. And I came back to go see my sugar daddy. Yeah, y'all finna get all the tea. I got a sugar daddy. I've been seeing this man. Y'all just don't know. I've been seeing the sugar daddy. Like, this is nothing new, okay? I came back from Vegas. My sugar daddy was missing me, whatever. I was like, you know what? I spent money. I want to make that money back. So I went over there to spend time with my sugar daddy and tell him about my trip to Vegas, talk about hair, you know, stuff like that. Talk about investing. I was with my sponsor, you feel me? So I had a few glasses of wine. This is nothing new. This is nothing new to me, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna come on here and make it seem like I'm perfect. Y'all can get in the comments and y'all can make it seem like y'all perfect and y'all holier than now. But I'll be seeing y'all social media, so I know that's a lie. But anyway, I am used to going over my sugar daddy house. He cooked me dinner, and I have multiple glasses of wine. I'm used to that, period. That's the lifestyle that I live. Now, this particular night, I honestly can't tell you what was different besides the fact that I spun out of control and I could have died. I did the crime, so I did the time. Still got out. Fuck you, Satan. Fuck right off. So I'm leaving my sugar daddy house and I'm feeling myself, because I feel like I was in 100% manifestation mode. The money that I spent in Vegas, I made that shit back. Plus, I was in Vegas working. I made money in Vegas because I was in a music video. I was feeling abundant. I had pitched my new hairstyle to my sugar daddy so he could pay for my new wig. Like, girl, I was feeling myself. That's why when I tell you, I really don't know how something that I literally do 2-3 times a week almost ended up in me dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is really crazy to me. I left my sugar daddy house probably about like 1:30 in the morning. Or, well, I got arrested at 2. So, yeah, I probably left my sugar daddy house about 1:15, 1:20 in the morning. I really didn't even get far. Like, to be honest with you guys, I spun out of control in the middle of his house and my house. Because I told y'all I moved recently, so I live like way closer now. So basically what happened was I must have been going extremely fast. There is a dip. It's so crazy to me because when I'm going to his house and when I'm leaving his house, I'm always like hitting the shit out of that dip. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but like I'll be so into my music or so into the podcast that I'm listening to that I always forget about that menacing ass dip in the street. And it is quite deep. Like, I don't know if it's a speed bump. I don't know if that's like strategically there so people don't drive crazy fast. But I like to go fast. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like I'm a boring ass person. And just because I'm on this spiritual journey and I'm trying to change, that I'm not turned up. I like going fast. And if you follow me on Twitter, I talk about that all the time. I talk about how I need to stop trying to race people in the street. Like, clearly I am a menace, and that's why I was arrested. I really want to be transparent about where I was wrong in this video because that's one of the things that I feel like is missing not only on YouTube, but just like in society. People try to bend and contort reality to make themselves look better. I'm not going to come on here and make it seem like, oh my God, I spun out of control and then I was arrested. No, like the story wouldn't even make sense. And if you guys have been following me long enough, you already know that I have to be honest in my stories because if I'm not honest, they just won't add up. And I like shit that makes sense. I don't know about you. Like I said, there's a dip in the street. Even though I take the same route multiple times a week, I always forget about this speed bump or whatever it is. You know the best way I could explain it? Have you ever like gone down some stairs and then you take an extra step but there's no step there and then your heart is like, what the fuck? That's literally what that dip feels like. Like when you going down some stairs and there's no stair and you're just like, oh shit. You guys, I wasn't out of my mind. My vision wasn't blurred. There have been times, and I also have another ticket. I have another court appearance next month in Beverly Hills because I'm gonna tell you why. I have a citation right now for running a red light in Beverly Hills because I was so sleepy from being at my sugar daddy's house and drinking all that wine that I was like, oh my God, I need to hurry up and get home or I'm gonna fall asleep. And I ended up running that red light. This was not a night like that. And I put that on everything I love. As much as I don't want to spend the night at this guy's house, I literally just would have slept at my sugar daddy's house if I felt like, woo, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel like that. I hit the dip and I spun out of control. I don't know how fast I was going because I wasn't expecting to almost die. I was not expecting to spin out of control. Now, some people might be like, how did you almost die? Girl, I'm with you. I am definitely with you on that because I really don't think I realized the severity of the incident until this morning. I spun out of control. I went extremely far from where the dip was. I hit a pole that is LA property, okay? So I destroyed city property. Shout out to me. Let me stop laughing. But it is kind of funny because it's ridiculous, right? And here's another thing, you guys. Airbags deployed from my car where I didn't even know airbags existed because I've never been in an accident like that. I've never in my life, glory be to God, I've never in my life been in an accident where airbags had to be deployed. Everybody was like running up to me. People thought that I died. And I was in high heels, a denim mini skirt, and a crop top from Fashion Nova. I get out the car laughing. When I was spinning out of control, I didn't even know what to do. I took my hands off the wheel, bro. Like when I realized that I wasn't going to get control of my vehicle, I gave that shit to God. I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm not one of them people from BMW commercials. I didn't know how to get control. Do you see my nails? Do you see how long these are? Sometimes I struggle to grip the wheel making a left turn on a regular ass day. You think that I was... Girl, when I tell you, Glory be to God. When I tell you, I released my hand from the wheel. I did not know what was going on. I didn't even feel the impact in Jesus' name of hitting that pole. I didn't. I'm not capping. I'm not trying to make the story like, oh, Jesus is real. God is real. I'm not trying to make it like that. I'm just saying my whole front bumper was ripped off my car. My whole front bumper was where the pole was. I got out the car. The whole airbag on the driver's side was out. And then on the passenger side and the glove compartment was out. My tire was like, you guys, when my car stopped spinning, I was like, what the fuck? And I tried to put it in drive and just keep going. I cannot stress this enough. Glory be to God. Like, I was completely unaware of the severity of my impact. Even the people around me being super concerned for me didn't register in my mind. There was a black lady that gives like tickets. She was there. She showed up. She called the police and she called somebody to come get my car out of the road because my car was like this in the middle of the road. I didn't hit anybody. There was no cars coming. So I get out of the car. I'm in high heels. The first thing I'm thinking to myself is, okay, so I'm going to be here for a while. I don't want to do whatever I'm getting ready to do in high heels. This guy is talking to me. Whatever he's saying is going in one ear and out the other because the only thing that I could think about is, fuck, I don't have a car anymore. That's the only thing I can think about. I can't just leave. I had to face this. So I'm like taking my shoes off and this guy's like, are you okay? Did you bump your head? Did you do this? Did you do that? It was a lot of like, are you okay? I'm like making small talk with everybody. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I just want to get out these shoes because I feel like this is going to be a long night. The guy goes, he gives me his slides because he was like, I didn't want you to step in anything. Like, when I tell you there was so much glass. There was so much glass in the street. My God. There were 3 guys that showed up. They all saw me spin out of control because there was a donut shop that was 24 hours. One of the guys was in his car eating donuts. The other guy was coming out of the donut shop. They were angels, period. God is real. The fact that that guy had an extra pair of shoes really came in handy because do you really think I wanted to be in jail as long as I was in jail in gladiator strap heels? Those are 10-minute shoes, not 10-hour shoes, bitch. The police come and their sirens weren't even on because it was literally like 2 in the morning. So when the police finally came, it completely threw me off guard because the guy that gave me the slides and this other guy, they were like, dude, you finna get a DUI. Like, we gotta go. Like, leave the car. We gotta go because you're gonna go to jail. I was like, but if I leave my car, like, all drunk shit aside, if I left my car, and I just told you that my car was like this in the middle of the street, they were going to run my license. I was probably going to end up with a warrant or something crazy. Like, seriously, I'm happy I didn't listen to them, because if I fled the scene, don't you think that would have been worse? The police caught me off guard because right when they was telling me we need to leave, get in the car, the police hit the corner. I do the sobriety test. And the only thing that I was really worried about, I thought they were going to ask me to do the ABCs backwards. Because, bitch, I don't even remember the ABCs forward. I was so confident. This is how you know I'm a delusional bitch. I was so confident that I was going to pass that drunk test, the DUI test. I mean, I was super confident. Apparently, I couldn't follow his fingers with my eyes. He was, like, moving his finger, and I had to follow his finger with just my eyes. That shit was so hard. I had to do, like, some kind of, like, balancing act. Horrible. Hard as hell. Hard. Their breathalyzer wasn't working. So I'm like, yeah, God is on my side. God is fucking with me. No, that was not the case. That was not the case. The breathalyzer wasn't working. All those other tests, I did not pass those. Okay? When I got done taking the test, the police officer was like, yeah, so we're going to arrest you for a DUI. I wasn't even mad about it. If anything, I kind of found it to be funny because I swear to you guys, I thought that I did really good. So when I failed, that shit kind of had me flabbergasted. I was like, well, I guess I really deserve to go to jail right now. So I just took that L, you know what I'm saying? I just took it because clearly my reality in the real world, they was not aligned at that time. They handcuffed me immediately. Like, as soon as he said, you're going to go to jail, I was put in handcuffs. The thing about me and the thing that I want to say about my whole experience being arrested, I will admit I had multiple mental breakdowns. It didn't have nothing to do with, how I was treated in jail or my experience with the police, if anything, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you because ain't nobody going to say this, but I'll tell you. My experience with the police that night was extremely good. Extremely. I didn't run into any police officer that lacked compassion, that wasn't easy to talk to. Every police officer that I encountered was so easy to talk to. They were so much of a human being. And I don't know if it was because of my energy or what, but I need to say that on the internet as a black person, that my experience with the police, especially because I was drunk, especially because I destroyed city property, I look black, like my hair braided up, I got my chains. Like, if there was a perfect time for the police, especially LAPD, if there was a perfect time for them to disrespect me as a human being, they would have taken that opportunity and they didn't. They were so kind and so honest to me from beginning to end. The only thing that really took me by surprise was how long I had to be in jail. That's the only thing where I was like, why the fuck they didn't tell me that? Why did they tell me that part? Okay. I don't even really want to go into like detail, but it was to the point where I had to give one of my arresting officers props because some of the shit that I saw that they had to deal with was ridiculous. Like, I have to tell y'all, I'm not built to be a cop. And I think that we bash police, and please do not think that I'm finna go all Blue Lives Matter, because I'm not. What I'm saying is we need to acknowledge humanity. Like, we're all humans. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I saw some of these drunk ass people, like literally mentally like gone. I was in a holding cell with somebody that was schizophrenic. I'm not built to do police work. So shout out to the police because they doing something that I'm not built to do. You feel what I'm saying? I really need to say that. I really honestly need to use my platform to express to you guys that my experience in jail was a solid experience. It was good. Every officer cared about my well-being. I was in a mini skirt. They gave me pants over another prisoner or arrestee that asked for new pants because she had been locked up for 3 days and she wanted a new pair of pants. I was like, damn, they got pants in here. Can I have a pair of pants? They gave it to me. You know what? I'm going to be very honest with you. Every black woman that worked in the jail, I showed my utmost respect. Every woman that was an officer, I showed my utmost respect because, first of all, they work around men all day. Second of all, they dealing with absolute psychos, and most of them are men. Third of all, these women have to see violence against other women every single day, bro. They can't tap into that feminine energy, that side, because of the line of work that they do. My arresting officer, she was a beautiful woman. I have to tell y'all this. I don't know why this is on my spirit, but it is. I wasn't even expecting to add this part in the story, but here we are, bitch. My arresting officer. First of all, I need y'all to know I have not seen my mugshot. I got arrested 4 years ago. If y'all seen that story time, I'll put a card up or whatever. Y'all can go check that story time out. But I got arrested 4 years ago. So I got arrested kind of like Westwood area, like Westwood, like UCLA area. They didn't have a holding center. So they had to take me downtown because downtown got the holding center. I was waiting to get a wristband for, it's called a pre-booking. Okay, so I was getting pre-booked. They had me like a handcuff against a wall, like a ballerina wall. Like, you know how they have the rail? So they had me like one handcuff. Some people was 2 handcuffs. They wasn't attached to the wall. They had 2 handcuffs. My officers, they was cool. They let me have a free hand. You know what I'm saying? So one of my arresting officers, like I said, is a woman. And her partner was over there pulling up like my paper trail or whatever, like to see if I'm a criminal. Oh, you know what? To see if I have any warrants or anything like that. So, like I said, I have never seen my mugshot until her partner came back and I saw my mugshot. And I was telling her, I was like, dude, like, I'm not used to this. Like, the last time I went through this, I was only in jail for 2 hours, and that was like 5 years ago. She was like, you were only in jail for 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, this woman was good as fuck at her job. I have to. You know what? In a weird way, I hope she finds this video. You a very good police officer, lady. Anyways, she was like, you was only in jail for 2 hours. I'm like, yeah. She was like, was it domestic violence? I'm like, absolutely. And so I told her, I was like, girl, why did I find out that he cheated on me and laid next to me in my bed? Then when I wanted to react, he started screaming, talking about, call the police, somebody help me, somebody call the police. This is why I love women, and this is why I respected every female officer in that bitch, because she was like, wow, I was married to a man like that before. And it's like, imagine being a cop and you have to arrest a woman and you already know that she's innocent because you were married to the exact guy that she's going to jail for. Dude, like, that was so eye-opening to me. Like, man, it just really, I really had to give her props, like, right there. I was like, I had to tell her, I was like, I didn't know y'all had to deal with stuff like this. Like, to be honest with you, I really feel like the police, they fighting demons, bro. Like, y'all ever seen that movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves? I'm not saying that they going in there and they throwing holy water, but they are facing demons in the flesh. Because some of them people that I was locked up with are gone. Like, they out of their mind. Like, they need to be in jail. So let me talk about this schizo girl, right? I was in jail with this girl. She was the only other black girl in the holding cell with me. I mean, I'm from LA. What y'all expect? Me and the only other black girl, she wasn't even from LA. She was from like the South. I could tell by her accent, okay? And she kept calling all the Latina girls light skinned. I said, girl, they Latina, they not light skinned. When I tell you, there was a point where it was literally just me and her in the cell. And she thought that she had some boyfriend that was in there that was checking me out. I just told y'all I went to jail in a denim mini skirt in a Fashion Nova crop top. I was looking cute. I'm trying to figure out at what point is this bitch is gonna lash out and attack me in this cell. I was ready to fight for my life. Do not let the full set fool you, baby. I'm like, at any moment, this bitch could snap and I'm gonna have to fight for my life in here because this bitch is fighting for a man that I can't even see. Okay? She mad at me over some boy that I don't even see. You know what? It's bad enough when a bitch got beef with you over a man that you can see. This girl was beefing with me over a man that is in her imagination. So I was not a girl. It was a lot to process. Now, here come the part where I start talking like JT. Because I remember when JT first got out of prison, she tweeted something along the lines of meeting so many beautiful women who was in jail over men. This come the part where I talk to you bitches. I was locked up with girls that their boyfriends, they went to jail together. It wasn't like my story time where my boyfriend was like, oh my God, somebody help me, and only I went to jail. No. A lot of the girls, you know, they went to jail with their boyfriends. That was really sad to me. Like for instance, one girl, she had just worked a 12-hour shift. She got home and her boyfriend was mad at her because she left some kind of like smiley face emoji in one of his friend's comments, or maybe she DM'd his friend like a smiley face or something like that, and the boyfriend got like mad as hell and broke her phone. He threw the phone one time and then he picked it up, it didn't break, and then he did it again. Then he tried to assault the girl cat. The man tried to attack her cat, so she slapped him. So she said one of her neighbors heard the argument, and one of her neighbors was like, oh my God, like, should I call the police? Nobody answered. And I'm pretty sure the girl was screaming at the top of her lungs, like, why did you break my phone? I'm pretty sure she was mad as hell, okay? And so when nobody answered, the neighbor goes and calls the police. Now she in jail. Her boyfriend in jail. She said everybody she called didn't answer. When they moved her from the holding cell upstairs into her own cell, I told her, I said, this is your sign to break up with that boy. And to be honest with you, looking back at my life, that was my sign to break up with my ex. I continued to let that boy live under my roof when he was the first reason I went to jail. And he really did cheat on me, y'all. He really did sleep with somebody else and then sleep in my bed because he was homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me that somebody could do me dirty and I suffer the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know who needs to hear this, but no, like, let them go, baby. If you going through an experience where somebody bring you so low, damn, I've never had a black eye before. Damn, I've never been in jail before. Damn, I've never been this broke before. That he not for you. He's not for you. Let it go. But back to me getting arrested. So basically, because I had a DUI and because of my blood alcohol content, like, if I'm not mistaken, I put the information on the screen. I believe you're only supposed to blow a 0.8. I blew a 1.3. So clearly, like, that's way higher than a 0.8, right? So you guys, I got arrested at 2 in the morning. I did not get out of jail until 10 hours later at 12 p.m. I was told that because of my blood alcohol content, they had to keep me 6 hours mandatory after being booked. So I was in jail for 10 hours because of how long the booking process takes. In regards to my experience in jail, I talked to you guys about the police officers being cool as fuck. I talked to you guys about my experience in the holding cell with the other girls. Now I'm gonna talk to y'all about my lessons, my overall outlook on this experience, as well as my mental breakdowns that I experienced during that 10-hour incarceration. First of all, I just want to make it clear that Brianna Simone, I'm not one of them. Okay? My tolerance for unfortunate events in my life is extremely high. You know, like when you ask somebody, oh, how much did that tattoo hurt? Oh, well, I have a high tolerance. Yeah, I have a high tolerance for unfortunate traumatic ass events. Okay? And I actually did a Bible study recently, and one of the questions that they asked me was, when you in the middle of a storm, what do you cling to? I can honestly say I cling to the Lord. I can honestly say that. When I got arrested, when I got out that car, when I was in jail and I realized that I literally could have died, when the severity of the impact of my car and how I don't have a car and what my car looked like I knew that I wouldn't have gone to jail again if it wasn't God's will for me. That good things and bad things in my life that happened to me is God's will. I don't believe that, oh, if I follow God, everything's just supposed to work out for me. That's delusional. And I believe that your soul and your faith has to stand trial for you to really be cool with God. And I'm not trying to tell y'all like too much about how I live my life, but I'm dead serious when I say this, and I have to say this so my story can make sense. I was in there praying my ass off because my faith in God is that strong. I know because I read the Bible that some of God's most chosen people have been incarcerated. I believe the Lord to get me out of that situation, and I believe the Lord that happened to me for a reason. If y'all not religious, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me at all. It ain't got nothing to do with me. This my channel. I talk about my life. This is how I live my life. You feel me? So there's this tweet that's going viral, and it's like, oh, you got to thank the Lord even on your good days. I have praised God and thanked God in the middle of adversity so much that praising God on a good day is nothing. I got on my knees in that holding cell in front of like 4 other bitches, and I wept unto God. And I asked God, why? And I'm going to be honest with you. I asked God, why is it so hard to follow him? I try to do right. I try to do good. And I still end up in circumstances where if you looked at my life, you would think that I don't follow the Lord at all. You would think that I'm a heathen if you looked at my life and the situations that I've been in. You could judge me. You know what I'm saying? You could say this bitch is a fuck up based off the experiences that I've been in. But my faith and my understanding of myself through God is that was all a test of my faith and my soul. You feel me? Because where I'm going, you gotta have thick skin, child. I gotta make sure that I'm right in my soul before I could be blessed in ways that people could see. So I wept unto the Lord in jail because I was like, when is this cycle of unnecessary karma going to end? I'm not a bad person. I don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look, somebody watching at this point in the video is going to be like, oh, bitch, but you was drinking. Honestly, fuck you. I did take responsibility. I'm right and solid within myself, so fuck you. Like, anybody that got to leave a weird-ass comment, really fuck you, bitch. Because I'm cool. Like, first of all, I'm out of jail. And second of all, more content. So if I'm cool with the situation, why do y'all feel like y'all need to judge me? If I'm cool with it, all right? Make it make sense. I had a mental breakdown because I felt like, God, I'm trying so hard to change. I can't handle these. Like, you know, like I believe that he knows my measure. I believe he won't test me beyond my measure. Being in jail is, I can't do that. I'm not built for that. My soul is a free soul. My soul likes to do and come and go as it pleases. Being in captivity is really not good for my soul. That's why I was clinging on to what I've always clinged on to when nobody had my back. I'm really trying to tell y'all, I didn't call nobody. Nobody knew I was in jail until it got to the point where I was like, what time is it? Because, you know, they don't turn the lights off in jail. I had to call my auntie in. When she answered, the first thing I asked her was, what time is it, bro? I'm just going to be honest with you. I kind of felt like, when is my reward going to come in? I kind of feel like I've received some kind of blessing in my spirit, and I want to see it so bad, and I'm not seeing it in this world, and now I'm in jail. And if y'all go to church and all this kind of stuff, y'all know where I'm going with this. Like, bruh, I felt like I was being tested beyond my measure. I didn't understand how somebody that is so devout, that I've given everything. And you know, it's not to say that, oh, I pray so bad shit shouldn't happen to me. It's just, I need a break. I need a break. It's a lot of stuff that I have to jump over behind the scenes that y'all don't even see. You know, some of y'all follow me on Instagram. Some of y'all see the unnecessary hate that I get in my comments. Imagine actually being me on a day-to-day basis. I get so much unnecessary hate. Like, people say they fighting demons. I fight demons on the regular. And to actually be incarcerated, I saw that shit as spiritual warfare, period. The last time I cried onto the Lord, like how I cried onto the Lord in jail, I moved into this apartment. There was a point through filming this video where I had to stop the video because a TV producer called me. A TV show that I completely thought was gone. I'm getting emotional, but I'm not going to cry. I thought that opportunity was gone. And I released it. I said, you know what? Whatever's for me is for me. You feel me? I had to pause the video to go pick up a call from a producer. Everything, okay, works according to my good. If I had spent the night in jail, I would have missed that phone call. You feel me? But I only spent 10 hours. So I was able to answer that call. At the end of this story, I just want to let you guys know that I'm good. I'm solid. I'm booked and busy. I'm like Kodak Black. I'm like Bobby Shmurda. I'm like JT. I actually did feel like writing the first day out freestyle because the amount of cycles that I went through in 10 hours, girl, you would have thought I was in there for 20 years. I promise you, I will never drink and drive again. If I feel like I'm going to drink, I'm going to get an Uber. I will never drink and drive again. I never want to go to jail for something so stupid again. To be honest with you, I never want to go to jail again. I told God I will never go to jail again. And to be honest, I'm kind of proud of myself that 4 years later, because most people, they get out of jail, they go right back. 4 years? Okay, let's make it 14. Let's make it never again. I am not going to make a decision to put myself in an institution that was literally designed to destroy my spirit. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. That's the story of how I got arrested and I went to jail again. Clearly, it's not stopping no bags. I want to go ahead and give myself a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't broadcast none of this on social media. And that shows a lot of growth because when you somebody like me, it's people that's literally sending out energy, praying for your downfall. You cannot let those people know that they won. And that's why I'm here making that video. Because if you want to know about my downfall, bitch, you're going to have to watch some ads in between. With that being said, if you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up. Blue. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know how y'all would have handled being locked up for 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know how y'all would have handled that whole experience because I honestly feel like it's just now hitting me how I literally could have died. So with that being said,